I'm live, apparently. This is the way. Let's see what's out there, shall we? Time for Captain's Prerogative, where we just sit around and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Or whatever I want to talk about. It's my prerogative. Regardless, hi, how's it going? Ooh, Fleet Paw's here. Ooh. Kraken dark spice rum. Black spice rum. All right, hold on, just do that. Get that pinned to the chat. There we go. All right. Chuck Jaddock, Matthew Shook, Ray Rivera, Geraldine Karstensen. Awesome. Do the things, Cap. What things? Do the things that make us go. Okay. Jaddock says, should I send some Bundy rum your way to heal any wounds? I mean, if you want, sure. I'm down for getting rum. I've got this from my good buddy Eric Martin. This is the Kraken Spiced Black Rum, which is one of my favorite rums. This with Coke, ooh, it was amazing. So I'm doing shots of this tonight. If you guys are going to be super chatting, I'll have some drinks with you guys. Hang out, just chat about whatever. Tomorrow night, I do want to do The Mandalorian. However, me and Sylvia have a date tomorrow night. We're going to go see a musical, The Book of Mormon. And we're also going to be doing supper and stuff. So I might be back. Usually the live for The Mandalorian first reaction is around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might have to do it around 10:30. I might even have to do it on like another night. I'm not sure if I'll be feeling up for it tomorrow night. So stay tuned on that one. But I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that I might be actually not available tomorrow night. But I look a little naked to you, don't you think, Stuart? What? Matthew, do we think we will see lore in Star Trek Picard? Episode 6. I think we might see lore at the end of it, possibly. Bundy rum is made just down the road from me. Yes, you've said that multiple times. Feed me Seymour. Howdy, Captain. Haven't been on in a while, but thought I'd pop in and say hello. Well, welcome. I want you guys to know, too, I filmed a video I've been promising to do for a long time now today, which will be out next Wednesday on the Captain Foley personal channel. It involves one of the things over here. So if you're not a fan of the Captain Foley personal channel or have not subscribed to it yet, you are going to miss out. You can play with that, it's fine. So, yeah, by all means, go subscribe to the Captain Foley personal channel. I have a video coming out tomorrow as well. I've been trying to do one every Wednesday. And, yeah. Jeddah, good news. I can now put weight on my busted ankle. That's good. Matt is like, woo. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Alan Copeland, hello, Cap. Enjoying Picard Season 3. Yes, glad you're enjoying it. Murray Nathan, here's my crazy theory. Picard's sperm had Borg nanos, and Jack Crusher has Borg superpowers. He hears Beverly's voice in his head because she's his queen. That's really creepy and strange, and the phrasing is all wrong, but all right. Shit, dude. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not cool with that. All right. Bright Star Line. Hello, neighbor. Hello, Bright Star Line. How's it going? I thought you said you weren't home. Therefore, you're not my neighbor. Not right now, anyway. Hey, seriously, you sound gross. She's chewing on a new rope we got her, so. All right, well, you know what? I haven't got a super chat yet, but I am going to have a shot because I want to kind of break into this. So, yeah, so me and Sylvia have a full day planned tomorrow, so there's going to be no Trekyards activities going on, no live at 4. And maybe, possibly, no live tomorrow night for my Mando first reaction, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is the way. But cheers. Love Kraken. Oh, Kraken Spice Black Rum. Oh my goodness. This as a mix is beautiful. With Coke, it's dangerous. Straight, it's a little burny though. Gorgonzola, I just subscribed to your personal channel. Still hoping you will someday change your mind and do a review of your Strange New World Away Team jacket. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I have enough to talk about, really. But, Jedic Productions, all good, man. Enjoy the Book of Mormon and do get maggots in your ahem. Fleetpaw is missing a wrench. You are missing a wrench. What happened? That is moderator. Try now, Fleetpaw. Matt Boardman, and you show up green and not blue. That's true. Try now, Fleetpaw. Try now. I don't know what was up with that. We removed you the other night as a joke, and then I reinstated it right away, so I don't know what's happened there. Mouse throws in $5. Here's a chat. Well, thank you so much. Currently in Valley View, Alberta. Ooh, is that near Grand Prairie at all? Because it's near Grand Prairie. My buddy lives in Grand Prairie, so. Jadok says, I meant, don't get maggot in your ahem. It's a line from the musical. Oh, cool. Matthew Shook, do you think Vatic is the female changeling DS9, just a different actor? No, I do not. Absolutely do not. Yes, near Grand Prairie. Well, then you're near my friend. Very cool. Fleetpaw, am I frocked again? Yes, you are, my friend. Do you want to be stated or uninstated? Stated, I hereby state thee. There you go. Colin says, good evening, Captain. Good evening, Colin. How's it going, sir? Good to see everybody. I hope all is well. And guys, you know these late night lives, we don't have to talk about strictly Star Trek. We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So, throw something in. Fleetpaw says he wants to be stated. Well, you have been reinstated, sir. Ray Rivera, member for 3 months at the rank of ensign. DS9 rerun and Trekyards, best way to end the day. Ooh, Ray, which episode of DS9 you watching? DS9's awesome. So, Jadok, Fleetpaw, not, please don't frock off. We don't need you. Geraldine Carstensen, $20. 5 more months till I get a new icon thingy. Have a great night out with the Admiral. Thank you, Geraldine. I will, and I will have another shot. The spiced rum must flow. Now, just avoid disparaging ranch. Okay. How was your evening? My evening was good. How was yours? Did you have thoughts on that Marvel executive getting? Don't give a shit. Don't know who it was. Didn't hurt. First time hearing about it, so obviously no. So cheers. Thank you for the super chat, Geraldine. Appreciate it. Chaser of water. So now changelings are more advanced. I have a theory. Jack Crusher is a changeling, not just any changeling, but Odo, who underwent mind alteration so that he can help the Enterprise find the real Jack. I do not agree with that at all. I will refrain from mentioning salad dressing again. Well, no, just don't diss ranch. That's all. The sound of her voice. Oh, one of the best episodes of DS9. Well, congrats. That's awesome. Jadic Productions. If I had a JPL, I'd send it so you can get your first shots. I just don't want to give you the shits. Okay. Eris said it was good, however, slipped on ice a few moments ago. Ouch. Damn knee. It's okay now, though. Well, be careful out there, my friend. Do you plan on or have already seen Shazam? I plan on seeing it at some point, probably when it comes to streaming services. I don't want to go see that in theater. One thing I do want to see in theater, though, it comes out on the 31st, is the D&D movie. So... we don't have to talk about Star Trek. I do not understand that sentence. What dies? What does not talk about Star Trek mean? I get Section 31 vibes for Jack. Oh, God. Please no. Hezrez, we can talk about anything. Star Trek, Star Wars, ships. This is pretty free live. However, we have some rules. There are always rules. I hope that Jack isn't a changeling. I'm right there with you. Matt Borman says, yes, the sound of her voice is amazing. It is. Not only is the sound of her voice amazing, but the episode is as well. Bright Star Line, next heading to Quebec City. But which of the 3 Olympic-class ships is your favorite? Mine, RMS Olympic. I would have to be the Titanic. Jason Paris, I wonder if Cisco is going to be back and badass as ever. Would be nice, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I just doubt it. Hezraz, I wonder if they will AI Odo or just mention. Oh, like fake him in, yeah. Colin Barrett, I suspect Jack has maybe part of a changeling in him. Perhaps some sort of telepathic message meant for Odo. Find us. That'd be interesting, actually. Power 543 fan films. Oh my God, it's Stuart. Matt Boardman. He's still, of course he is. Fleetpaw, I saw a promo for the D&D movie. It looks fucking great. It does. Power 543 fan films, or Samuel, as you may know him better. What are 5 Star Wars ships you just love? Top of your head. The Razor Crest, the X-Wing, the TIE Interceptor. I got a dog that has to go outside. Hold on a second, guys. Oh, you want this? You don't have to go outside. You just want your toy, don't you? Her toy was under the door. Here, go lay down. There's your toy. This is the situation. That's the toy she found for little spider. Everybody else is zonked out. So yeah, the Razor Crest, TIE Interceptor, X-Wing. I do like the Falcon. I do like the Falcon. I don't know if it counts as a ship, but I really love the ATST. I want to see Air, but not a nerd movie. Okay. Jack Productions. Maybe Jack is part of Section 62. Twice as bad as Section 31. Or twice as good. Jason Paris, the Deep Space Nine episode, The Sound of Her Voice, is on now on the Heroes of Icons channel. Now I'm watching it. There you go. Go watch it, guys. Hezraz, it would be pretty sadistic to give Picard a son and then make him a changeling, right? Feed Me Seymour, Mandalorian Theory. Grogu is Yoda's son. Hear me out. Yoda's species are force sensitive, and after Yoda passed, as of episode 6, they took his son to revive Palpatine, so Snoke and Palpatine and Grogu. Not his son, I don't think, but he is. They are using his midichlorians and his blood and DNA to make more either Snokes or Palpatines. Yeah, the Titanic made the Olympic class famous, even if it was in a bad way. The Olympic was a tough little ship, though it was sinking a U-boat. Colin Barrett, will Cisco be back? Watch a recent interview with Avery Brooks for the answer. I should have said deepfake instead of AI. Yeah, probably should have. Christopher Peterson, getting a tour of the Chateau Foley. Wow, I've done that before, but she didn't have to go. It turns out she was just an idiot, so it's fine. Gorgonzola, what if Damon Bach just hired a bunch of changelings and made a lab-grown Picard son for his news plans? There you go. Murray Nathan, big B-Wing fan here. The B-Wing. I think that's called B-Wing because it's supposed to represent a blade, like a knife with a hilt. I think that's kind of stupid and a stretch, but B-Wing's quite an interesting design. It's just not one of my favorite ones. A-Wing all the way. I hate the A-Wing. I mean, flying it in squadrons is pretty good. It's a tough little ship for sure. But I don't like the way they look, honestly. Dogs with toys, and I always thought the saying went, boys with toys, LOL. Phoebe Seymour, I wonder if Jack and Will Crusher ever met, or did Will become a traveler before Beverly had Jack? Did Will know about Jack? And why did he say nothing to Picard? I don't know. I don't think he would know necessarily, or why should he? Why should he tell him? I don't know. Terry says loves pugs. Yes. A spider toy. Oh, have you ever dressed a pug as a spider? Yes, we have. Jadic Productions. Did you hear that the Millennial Falcon now runs on smashed avocado? No, I have not heard that. Cody Michaels, I like the snow speeders and X-Wings. That's about it. Not a Star Wars guy. How dare you? Bright Starline, I believe the Olympic was very popular here in Canada, hence the name Old Reliable. Feed Me Seymour, what I would like to see in The Mandalorian is the other variation of the Million Falcon type ships. There is like lots of lore on it, but we've only seen ICM and Falcons on the Falcon on screen. Yeah, actually there is a ship in The Mandalorian season 2. Can't remember which episode, but it's one of the Imperial ones where he takes the Razor Crest to like a dock area, like with a lot of Admiral Akbar's people, the calamari, and gets the Razor Crest fixed. And it's when he delivers the lady with her eggs to her husband, and then he has to help. He meets Bo-Katan for the first time, and they have to the Imperial ship that has to like stay at a certain level. I can't remember the name of the ship. That I really love that design. I think that's a very cool looking design. Will you make a video when the new company who took over Furigomas ships? Will I make a new company about Master Replicas? Probably not. We'll see. I still got to contact them and see if they're going to be doing any new ships. If they are, I need to get on the train for that because I need to get some to review. Fleet Paw throws in $20. Spider Pug. Spider Pug does whatever a spider pug does. Can she swing from a web? No, she can't because she's a pug. Spider Pug. Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. And it's shot time because of that. And I spilled. Oh, cheers to you, Fleet Paw, sir. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. This stuff is rough, man. It's good though. It's rough on its own, that's for sure. Ray Rivera. Yes, that's what I'm watching right now. Colin Barrett. The sound of her voice features the wrecked model of the USS of the Enterprise from Star Trek 3. It is used as the crashed USS Olympia. Really? I did not know that. Very Ortis. You can always find a live one. Feed me Seymour. Quark must return. I mean, who doesn't want to see Quark either in Picard season 3 or whatever show comes out after that? Right? Quark should always be there. In Star Wars non-canon, Yoda's race is connected to the Force, so Grogu could just be part of the race. Yes. Fleetpaw says Quark has come back. He was in Lower Decks. It's true. Andy Magoo. Poor Picard. Can't the guy just have a normal kid and not an alien clone for once? Right? Poor bastard. Terry Farley. Y-Wing makes B-Wing redundant. Upgrade the Y-Wing instead of a B-Wing. Yes, the Y-Wings I actually like. I should have mentioned the Y-Wings. They're kind of cool. Especially in Squadrons. They're really good to play with. Sounds dirty. They're really good to use to play the game. Fleetpaw. Armin Shimmerman voiced him and even wore the old Quark teeth. Get the voice right. Yes. Bright Starline. I like the shiny Naboo ship in Phantom Menace as well as the Naboo fighter. Oh, I don't like those styles. Sorry. I don't like the N1. That's Mando's new ship. I'm not a fan. Sorry. Feed Me Seymour says I once bought an A-wing in Lego years ago and used to put the wings on sideways. It's Lego Anything Goes. Sorry, just my pants. Oh, that was not comfortable, but now it's comfortable. Whew. Anyway, sorry. You didn't need to see that. It's Lego Anything Goes. If the wings was sideways, it looked way better. Andy Magoo. He's Wesley Crusher, not Wesley Springer. Why would he show up and announce baby mama drama? Well, that's more of a Maury Povich kind of thing. You are not the father. So, Ezra, back to Picard. I heard an interesting theory that Beverly could be a changeling or made some sort of deal with the changelings to cure Aramonic syndrome and Jack. Don't fully believe, but interesting. Yeah, there's lots of theories out there right now, and that one actually kind of works. Anyway, Crazy Ghost Hunters shows in $5. Thank you so much, Crazy Ghost Hunters. In Star Trek Picard, I think the Changeling might be trying to rescue the founder that is in custody. What do you think? Which founder is in custody? You're talking about the lady from DS9? Is she still in custody? I don't know. They are a breakaway faction from the Great Links, so I don't know. Come to Quarks. Quarks is fun. Come right now. Walk, don't run. Or don't walk, run. Yes. That's it. I fucked that up. But hey, that's what I do, right? My cousins were in Star Wars, guys, and made fun of me for loving Trek. Left a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah. You watch the movie like Fanboys, and it's about Star Wars fans going to Skywalker Ranch, right, to see the early screening of the Phantom Menace because their friend's going to die. Fine. Excellent story. Great story. You see how Trekkies are portrayed in that? It's like, we're Star Trek fans. I fucking hate that. And I find that Star Wars fans are way more abusive to Star Trek fans than Star Trek fans are to anyone except for themselves. Star Trek fans just hate other Star Trek fans lately. But in Fanboys, them making fun of Trekkies like that really irritated me. I just find it's a weird situation where Star Wars thinks that they have the upper hand and they have to make fun of Star Trek. And Star Trek is like, Star Wars is cool. Bring it on. We love Star Wars. Just goes to show you have to have intelligence and an IQ above 10 to be a Star Trek fan, I guess. Not dissing all Star Wars fans, but goddamn, that movie pissed me off for that reason. Hold on just 1 second. I just need to adjust this because I love watching that thing while I do lives. You're like, what thing? Well, I'll show you. Because why not? This sand art. It's always fun to watch. Watch it make new designs. It's behind the camera, so I like tipping it and then watching it do its thing. Anyway, yeah, you have to be intelligent to be a Star Trek fan, so I don't think all the Star Wars fans get it. Yes, that's me dissing Star Wars fans. What about it? What are you gonna do about it? I'd like to see the Outrider in Mandalorian. Outrider would be cool to see in live action for sure. Do you like the Matt Reeves Batman? And what are your thoughts on the sequel and the idea for Mr. Freeze being the villain? I do like the Matt Reeves. Sorry. Yes, I do. Mr. Freeze would be great. Yes, please bring it on. No Slave One Love. Not a fan of Slave One. I'm not a fan of the design at all. Looks like a goddamn. It's always looked like an iron to me, like an old school iron, and yeah, as a result, I can't. Hold on 1 second here. My daughter is just in New York and tried giving me a FaceTime, but I'm using my phone, so let's see what this is about. Hold on 1 second, guys.
This hotel like for a whole day and didn't even realize it's downstairs. I have to FaceTime my dad and Sylvia. That's so cute.
It's my daughter. Oh, well.
This hotel like for a whole
This is
day
her friend.
and
This
didn't
is
even
Cassie's
realize
friend.
it's downstairs.
This is my daughter, Cassie.
I have to FaceTime my dad and Sylvia. That's so cute.
Anyway, they're staying at the New Yorker hotel, and yeah. And they're also in Times Square right now, and wanted to show me via FaceTime, but that's okay. I'm here talking with you guys. All right. Captain Foley, are you going to Wonderfest? I'm thinking of going this year for the first time. Absolutely, I'm going to Wonderfest. I go every year. The only reason I didn't go was because of COVID. That was for 2 years or 3 years. But yeah, I've gone every year since I started going, which was like, I've gone 6 in a row, and then fucking COVID, and then yeah, last year I went. So yes, I will be going absolutely to Wonderfest. Yes. Cats and Corky, I went through the same thing with my cousins. Mandalorian is great. I love the father-son relationship. Grogu chose him over the Jedi. Should Brandon Fraser revive this Mummy franchise, maybe as a TV show or a new movie? Sure. The Mummy was very popular. It's one of Sylvia's favorite movies, set of movies. So, yeah. And she loves Brandon Fraser, so. Schwarzenegger as Uncle Rico is a seriously good and funny deepfake. The Olympic was the only Constitution refit shown in DS9, or the Olympia, sorry. It was always Star Wars people who were the bullies. IDIC, man. IDIC, Infinite Diversity and Combinations. See, the Star Wars fans can't spell IDIC, so, you know. Hezraz, I hate the whole Star Trek versus Star Wars thing. You can like both. People suck sometimes. Yep. I have a whole video about that on the channel. It's only like 3 minutes long. It's one of my early videos. Star Trek versus Star Wars. Why choose? Fleetpaw, 57 watching, only 29 likes? Come on, we can do better. Let's get to 50. Hit like, smash that like. Who is scared of bugs smashes a beetle? Smash that like someone who is scared of bugs smashes a beetle. Gotcha. But only with their foot, because with their hand it'd be gross. So if you can smash that like button with your foot, it's kind of kinky if you're into that kind of thing. But, you know, hit that like button in some way. We're at 41 right now. Can we get another 9 to get to 50? I think we can. Geek and Review. Hey, folks. Hello, sir. Jack Crusher just gave me a Tom Hardy Picard clone. I wonder if there is a connection. Povich, callback to the 90s. Damn. Captain Corky, so true. They always used to say Trek didn't have enough action, but the peaceful view of the future is what made me fall in love with Trek in the first place. Bright Star Line says favorite Star Wars movie is Empire Strikes Back, and favorite ship is the Imperial Star Destroyer. Let's see what Cassie's saying. Oh, she loves me too. Sweet. My daughter loves me. Nah, 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 nah. Yeah, her and her friend got I don't know. Her friend was going to New York for 4 days, and Cassie has always wanted to go to New York. So she's going along. They're having a good time. And yeah. Is Madonna a changeling? I mean, her latest plastic surgery is making her look more classic DS9 era changeling. Also Simon Cowell. Fleetpaw says, I don't see why the female changeling would still be in custody. She was tried for war crimes and probably imprisoned for life. Wouldn't still be in custody. Because it's the fucking Federation, my dude. They're not going to put somebody in prison for life. They would rehabilitate them and let them go. It's the Federation. Lots of adjusting going on this live. Cool sand art. Had a friend or two that were Star Wars guys and hated Star Trek. I think maybe I should have told them without Star Trek there would have been no Star Wars. I mean, you're not wrong about that at all. Feed me Seymour, Star Trek, Riker, let's get out of here. Lock onto those coordinates and let's throw a rock at it. Star Wars, Mando, I'm going home. I need a bath. Crazy Ghost Hunters, DS9, the founder voluntarily surrendered herself to the Federation. I think they are doing all of this just to get the DS9 founder back. She is the leader of the Changeling. I think he means the Changelings. She's not a member of all. She's not a leader of all of them though. Like the Great Link doesn't want the war. It's this break off faction now that wants the war, not the Great Link. So, Ryzen Gaming, haha, awesome take. I live with someone who just doesn't get Star Trek, borderline hates it, but loves things like Harry Potter. I mean, come on. Captain Corky, I noticed the captain has the Lost Years book on that shelf. I absolutely love that book. Yeah, I do. The Lost Years is a fantastic one, for sure. Icon has intelligence. Yes, yes, you can. Terry Farley, I got locked into Star Wars after Empire Strikes Back, but always loved Star Trek better. Feetpaw said there was a boy I went to school with in the 4th grade. He was totally like the guys in Fanboys. Oh, you like Star Trek? You're dumb and gay. Star Wars is so much better. They're lightsabers. People should be able to like what they want. I like tons of things. I hate how people divide. I agree. Paul Hitchcock, the idea of Star Wars versus Star Trek is arbitrary and as silly as DC versus Marvel. People who feel the need to draw a line and pick one over the other suffer from childishness and lack of imagination. Terry Farley, loves Slave One ever since Empire Strikes Back. I hate the design of that ship. I really do. It just looks so... to me. Feed me Seymour, have we reached the end of the Marvel films enthusiasm? Phase 4 wasn't good, and its Phase 5 isn't looking that good. Phase 4 is over already? Really? Okay, I did not know that. Gorgonzola says, have to leave. I'll be brushing my teeth when you read this out. Have a nice stream, and may the force be with ya. I live long and prosper. Fleetpaw says he's in jail now for knocking over a liquor store and running someone over with his car. The guy was making fun of you? Star Wars, man. That's the way to go. Crazy Ghost Hunters. Or are the changelings are pissed because they found out that it was Section 31 who created the virus to wipe out the changelings? Could be. Chuck A, just a little over 4 months to Star Trek Las Vegas. At Denver Fan Expo at the end of June will be Frakes, Spiner, Dorn, and McFadden will be there. I am hoping to go there. I would love to go that ad as well, to the Denver one. I would love to go to Vegas this year again. We'll see. Cody says, I like lightsabers. I thought they were cool. Empire still holds up for me. Great movie on its own merit. Yes. Feed me Seymour. Really, really looking forward to Beast Wars Transformers movie. Optimus Primal looks awesome, but a little disappointed. Rat Trap isn't there. Right? They have to fuck it up in some way. And Rat Trap is an awesome character. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie as well. Some local hoke. I doubt it even made the news. The sci-fi and fantasy cast. I'll see you at Wonderfest 2. Wow, amazing. Captain Corky. To be clear, now in my late 30s, I like Star Wars just fine, but more as just good sci-fi franchise, whereas Star Trek actually taught me ideals. Curse anything that teaches me anything. Curse it. Michael Richmond, I commented once on a video of yours that one of my friends has a theory that Moriarty will be activated to defeat Laura. Plausible? Yes, a lot of people have thought about that. Moriarty was a foe that could defeat Data, so it would make sense. And yes, that's been talked about quite a bit. So, Feed me Seymour. I found an Airwolf comic book which was really cool until I read it, and they changed the helicopter for something that looked like a RoboCop reject. So that was disappointing. That is disappointing. Airwolf is amazing. Hezraz, The Mummy is awesome. The reason The Mummy with Tom Cruise sucked is because it was based off of Tom Cruise, not The Mummy. The Mummy is about the mummy. Yes. That being said, I didn't mind the Tom Cruise movie. I know. Here, throw your fucking tomatoes and your rotted cabbage at the screens if you must, because you'd have to clean it up because it's your fucking screen. However, I kind of enjoyed the Tom Cruise Mummy movie, honestly. It wasn't that bad. I thought Tom Cruise was quite good in it, actually, and I had no problem with the villain. Trying to make the dark universe thing at the end with Russell Crowe, I thought was a fantastic idea. I enjoyed The Mummy for what it was. Andy Clinton throws in $5. Not nearly as knowledgeable as many on the different classes of ships in Star Trek lore. In your opinion, what is the most formidable ship built by Starfleet? In canon, it would have to probably be the Prometheus class, or the Defiant. Both were kind of kick-ass ships. Fleetpaw shared the link to my Star Trek versus Star Wars Why Choose video. Says, yeah, and if them beetles are them flesh-eating bugs from the mummy, I remember, do not use hands, use foot. Feed me Seymour, Star Trek, Star Wars, Stargate, Battlestar Galactica, and I'm going to throw in Babylon 5 and finish with The Expanse. Let's see those fans fight over which is superior. It's Star Trek. Ooh, well, there you go. Answer. Brendan Fraser is in the new Mummy movie would be cool, but if that happened, it would be an Inca mummy. Olivia May Julius gifted 1 Trekyards membership to Paul Hitchcock. So Paul Hitchcock, welcome aboard. You're an ensign now for a month. You will see your name at the end of videos when we show the fleet video where you see the different ships and all of the Trekyards members there. Sorry, this is wobbling. Don't mean it to. You will be assigned a ship, and you can see the benefits of membership. We have the Discord server. So Paul Hitchcock, please go check out the Discord server and join us. Bright Starline, I enjoy Star Trek, Star Wars, and old BSG. Hezraz, if they make a new mummy movie, they need to have Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. That is why the Mummy 3 sucked recasting. I'm not going to disagree. Feed me Seymour, have you ever made a changeling pot? Have they ever made a changeling pot? And if there was, would you own one? And what would you keep in it? I would probably use it as a planter. My wife likes plants, and she has a whole bunch of fancy pots and stuff for them. So yeah, I would probably use it for some kind of plant of some kind. I would probably buy one. Yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool. Olivia May Julius throws in or gifts 1 Trekyards membership to Bright Starline. Bright Starline, you were gifted a membership, a 1-month membership. You too will see your name in lights, as it were, at the end of every video with the fleet video. See what ship you're assigned to, and come and hang out with us on the Discord server. Paul Hitchcock, thank you, Olivia. Happy to be a member of the crew. Will work on my Quint impression. Feed me Seymour, I figured it out. Sorry for the caps. Jack Crusher is Murph from Star Trek Prodigy. Could be. Any thoughts on SpaceX Starship first orbital launch coming next month? No, I just hope it goes off without a hitch. Hey, Captain, have you heard about a new Stargate? And remember, Ornak Cree. I have heard about it, but I'm not sure what's going on with it. And Sam is more the guy to talk to about that kind of thing because he knows more about what's going on with that. Yeah, let's check out the sand art, shall we? Sand art corner. There it is. It's falling and creating a new pyramid. Sand art. Anyway, the plant, yes, Sylvia's got a bunch of plants and stuff in here. So anyway, yeah. And not to be outdone, Mr. Matt Boardman gives 5 Trekyards memberships because Olivia's gifting one at a time. And so, welcome Cody Michaels, Michael Richmond, the Galaxy's Thumb, and Mike Yu to the channel. You are ensigns for a month for free. If you want to check out the Discord server, please join the official Trekyards Fleet Discord server and enjoy your time with us. Also, check out the videos on edited content. You will see your name, you will be assigned to a ship, and you get to see exactly what is going on with your crew on the Discord server. You can hang out with them and us as well. So please do so. Yep, Phase 4 ended with Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which is a fucking awful movie, by the way. Ryzen Gaming, rewatching Imposters. Have a great night, all. Best episode so far, in my opinion. Mark Henson, Captain Foley, how's it hanging? Long, loose, and full of juice, and a little to the left. Feed me Seymour. Slave One is not a Mandalorian ship. Remember, Jango Fett left the Mandalorians to do his own thing. The ship actually comes from Cloud City and was designed to fly in the atmosphere, hence its look. There you go. You've learned something now about Slave One. Hezraz, I guess we are offering memberships. Hell yeah. Captain Casey Stewart, if you think Trek fandom is bad, you should see the Godzilla fandom with each other. Oh, I've got a friend who's a huge Gojira fan, and yeah, he tells me all about it. Captain Casey Stewart, oh, read that one. Sorry, that was the Godzilla one. Treybone says the real question is Jack Ransom related to Rudolph Ransom. That is the question. That Junkman says, did you know they made a sequel to The Next Generation called Star Trek in Deeper Space #9? Moving on, Mr. Junkman, sir. Thanks for the gift, Matt. Cody Michaels says Marvel can absolutely can get back on track. They just fired the woman who wanted to rename X-Men the Mutants. She was second in command, and now heads are rolling from the failures of Phase 4. Fleet Plus said, you get a membership, you get a membership, you get a membership. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody look under your seats. You all got a free membership. Says, I wonder if they have a Swiss Army knife in Starfleet. I reckon that it would be called the Swiss Army phaser communicator, etc. A tool every Starfleet officer was hiding in case of capture. Yes, they have them in Star Trek Discovery in the future. The badges are tricorders, they are transporters, they are communicators. They're probably phasers of some kind as well. They're all in one tool, so there you go. Feed Me Seymour. I was really hyped at the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated movie. They teased the characters with names and so many classics, and suddenly the trailer drops as well. Yeah, disappointing. I haven't seen that yet, so good to know it'll be disappointing for me. Treybone says she wasn't second in command. She does special effects. Walter Hard, did you see Gates McFadden on Shuttlepod complaining about the difficulties of acting on the dimly lit sets? No, but that's fucking funny. I need to watch that one, and I will. I'll probably get to it maybe later this week, early next week for sure. But yeah, I have not seen it yet. It's fucking funny though. And Terry Metalis is like, it's not dark. It's cinematic. It's like, it's dark, bud. I'm sorry. Stargate is superior. Enterprise E was badass. Okay. Power 543 fan films. What are your top 3 Trek fan films? Non-Trek shorts. Then what's your favorite 2 Trek shorts made by me? Oh, for fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know the titles of them all. I haven't watched them all. I'm not gonna. I mean, I've seen all yours, but which ones are my favorite? I don't know. You know that I hate these questions. Give me a list. Give me a list of all of them in front of me with thumbnails so I can remember what the fuck they're all about, and we'll go from there. I'm not gonna answer that. Hezraz, but seriously, who here would watch a new Mummy movie with Rachel Weisz, Evelyn, and Brendan Fraser? Not fake Evelyn, but real. Why not throw in Rachel Weisz's real husband, Daniel Craig? I would watch that. I would watch that for sure. Mike says, I love Stargate and Star Trek. I could never choose between them. The first TMNT movie still holds up today. Nothing will top that. Amen. Colin Barrett, I'm currently smoking changeling pot. Wow. Stolen changeling pot at that. Steve Russell, did anyone buy some ships from Master Replicas when they went on sale this Sunday? I bought DS9. I didn't buy any. That junk man says, ever notice Star Trek and Star Wars both have the letters A in them? Strange. If I didn't know you and like you, junk man, I would think that you're trolling me, and I would be like hiding your ass from this chat. Chris Hemsworth could play Lion-O in a Thundercats movie. Chris Pine would be interesting to play He-Man in a live-action movie. Chris Pratt would be as good as Captain Planet. Sand art and pug snores awesome. It's the way of Zen. This is why I'm so Zen all the time. Ooh, I love your ambassador model. Thank you. It's the San Diego Comic-Con limited edition exclusive Diamond Select one. I'm going to go watch the new John Wick movie on Friday. This Friday. Who's with me? Hezra says, come on, guys. A new Mummy movie would be awesome with the original cast. Maybe a reboot. Maybe reboot The Son. He was a dipshit. Phoebe Seymour says, I know people's views on Star Trek Discovery is decisive, but what element unique to that show would you like to see in other Trek shows? For me, I'd like to see Kelpians. Lorca? I want Prime Lorca to come back in Strange New Worlds. Is that an answer? I don't know. Mark Henson says, I love Godzilla. Amen. Godzilla is great. I enjoy Godzilla as well, especially Showa era. Okay. Don't know what the fuck that means, but okay. Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah was the best Godzilla movie. Cody Michaels, remember the 90s Godzilla with that Puff Daddy song, Dark Times? The Puff Daddy song was fucking great. So were the Wallflowers on that soundtrack. Matthew Broderick I thought was funny in that. Hank Azaria was good. So there are good elements to that movie. It's a good generic monster movie. It's just not Godzilla. Don't get me started. And not good. I don't mean good generic monster movie. I mean like good B movie type thing. It's fun to watch. It's a fun guilty pleasure. Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 1974 is the best. That is the best because it's 1974. And that is the best year because that's the year I was born. That's year all good things were made. Phoebe Seymour, have you heard the theory that TV show Community, most of the cast have appeared as cameo characters in Marvel movies, but theory is that they are actually X-Men characters hidden in plain sight. No. Speaking of Daniel Craig, who has seen Knives Out and Knives Out Glass Onion? I haven't seen any of the Knives Out stuff. Yes, Destroy All Monsters is great. Fleetpaw thwaps General Grievous in the head with his wrench. Well, that's why I took your wrench away. You're throwing it at people. General Grievous says, yeah, Gates McFadden said she couldn't see Patrick Stewart on the set, just the outline of him. Matt Boardman. Oh, man, I wanted DS9 so much, but it was too late to the party to get it. General Grievous thwaps Fleetpaw with Jabba the Hutt. Ezra, as you know, the set is too dark when the actors mention it. But we can't mention it. If we mention it, we get in shit from the fucking showrunner. On social media. Whatever. Ezra, as you know, the set... Oh, I read that one. That's the dark sets. Yes. Michael Richmond, plot twist. The big bad from this season of Picard will be whales. There be whales here. Terry Farley, anything Rachel Wise in, I'm drooling. No offense, Rachel is a fantastic artist and skilled actor. Is she an actor or an actress? Why do people never use the term actress anymore? Is that like not PC? Is that something we should stop doing? They're all actors. They're not actresses. You shouldn't define them by their... Like, seriously? She's an actress. She's not an actor. That's my thought. Oof. Your crush did me grievous. Mr. Crenham, Captain Foley and Company. If anyone wants to learn about current physics that aligns with Star Trek subspace cosmology, check out John Wheeler's Quantum Phone and Eric Schon's Holographic Principle. There you go. Paul N. Are the Titan A shuttles still named after jazz musicians? They are not, because one was named after Savick. So I would assume former captains of the Titan or like logical Vulcans or something. That Junk Man, did you get the new Playmates Star Trek figures? I can only find the movie ones, no TNG ones here. Boo me. I only bought the movie ones. I only bought the Wrath of Khan ones. I don't want the TNG ones, so yay me. Feed Me Seymour. I think The Mummy with Brendan Fraser and Rochelle Wise would be good 12-episode mini-series sequel because we would get to see more adventures even if it's a one-off series. Matt Berman says, now you have a-holes on eBay selling it for $150 to $400 with the Deep Space Nine from Eagle. Oh my god. Wait, Diamond selected an ambassador? Yes. It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, my friend. It was going to be made in like the regular colors with lights, but they never fucking did it. This is all they did, which was the gold version, and there's no lights in it. But I was lucky enough to get one because a friend of mine went to San Diego Comic-Con. One of our moderators, Jason Vinek, and yeah, so that is their ambassador class, which I wish we would have got a regular release of with lights and stuff, but unfortunately, we did not. There's a great shot. That's actually really good. Matt Boardman, make this ambassador class, and then the camera pans back, and you see a Constitution class. And this is the 25th anniversary Franklin Mint Enterprise. It's probably really dusty and I need to dust, but that's okay. You will all ignore my dust. Oh, what's going on with this? How's this going? Sand art. They're making a nice little pyramid there for the mummy. Either Tom Cruise or Brendan Fraser can go into that pyramid and get killed by the mummy. Cosmo, have you seen anything Everywhere All at Once with Michelle Yeoh? It was one damn good movie. Well, deserved Oscars. I saw it. Don't understand one fucking thing that happened in it. I have no idea what it's about. It's about a mother and daughter relationship or something. They had an argument, and the daughter's like weird supervillain. I have no idea what happened in that movie, and I have no desire to ever watch it again. Was it good? It was like the whole time I'm like, what the fuck is happening? It was like, ooh, very Animatrix. I don't know if you watched the Animatrix shorts, but that's the vibe it gave me. They were supposed to, but I think it was canceled. Yes. Anyone remember the Godzilla animated series? Yes, my friend does. Bright Starline. Captain, have you watched the Herculoids old Hanna-Barbera? Yes, a long time ago. Diamond was supposed to do a Reliant too. Yes, they were. Mike Charest. For me, I think I'd like to see the Tricom badges in other Star Trek series. Feed Me Seymour. Hold on. How about this? The Mummy and Indiana Jones crossover movie. Now that would be a movie. It would be. Terrence Childs. The Earth Force fighter looks like an X-Wing. I know that I am not the only one that has seen this. The Junkman. I like Godzilla versus Crocodile Dundee. It's hard to find, but worth seeing it. That's not Atomic Breath. That's Atomic Breath. I like the Kelpians a lot, but not the dilithium scream nonsense and the soap Soapy treatment. Sir sister popping up last minute was cringe. Yes, both animated series Godzilla 78, Hanna-Barbera, and Godzilla 98 animated series were great. Mr. Cranham says it seems like it's either J.J. Abrams' Trek with lights in everyone's eyes or Grit Trek with everything in shadow. Joseph Barbado, wait, Terry went after someone for saying the sets are too dark? Put it this way, Terry has blocked a lot of people that I know on social media, on Twitter, just for saying anything negative about the show. Whether it be the set was too dark or the episode was aired too dark, which wasn't Terry's fault, but the already dark filming sets didn't help that situation. He's blocked people, other YouTubers as well, for minor little things that they said were wrong when they've been praising everything else. So yes, that's exactly what Terry's done. Star Trek invented the cell phone and the iPad. Andy Clinton, with Enterprise FD commissioned, Enterprise G will be up next. I have seen it as a Phoenix class and Excalibur class. Will it be introduced as one of these in another class of ship? Don't know. I hope it would be kind of actually based on Bill Krause's Essex class, his endurance. If Star Trek Discovery was a pizza, it would be standard 4-cheese pizza. But someone put mushroom spores all over it, and if ordered from Domino's, it would turn up in the box upside down, like it's warped. Wow. Who do you think would win between Darth Vader and one of these System Lords from Stargate? System Lords. Paul N., former captain of the Titan. Can you imagine Picard and Riker climbing into the shuttlecraft? Riker? Climbing the shuttlecraft Riker? Yeah, I thought the same thing. Vader, a Goa'uld, has nothing on a Sith Lord. The Junkman, I've seen every episode of Trek and never seen a Gold Enterprise. Ooh, that's awesome, says Matt Boardman. Urs says a short series with the Enterprise C would be nice. It would be. Cody Michaels, is there a Star Trek toy you regret opening? No, I don't think so. Treybone says Anubis would crush a Sith Lord. Terrence Childs, hey Captain, you should get a Death Glider. They're selling them on Eagle Moss now. I don't like them, so no. Steve Russell, does anyone in Star Trek ever mention how many ships are in the entire fleet at any point? No. Kirk does say in TOS that there are 12 Constitution-class ships currently, but that's it. I gotta dust my collectible shelves too. Don't feel bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do that soon too. There's nothing nicer than a TOS Enterprise. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. Feed me Seymour. Remember, in the trailer for Picard Season 3, we had Worf reveal he was now a pacifist. Then I watched the show and it's like, did I dream Worf saying he was a pacifist or just make this... Or did I just miss that in the show? It's coming up. Fleet Pass says the System Lord can't do anything once they beheaded with a lightsaber. And away from their sarcophagus, you can't come back to life if you're headless and without a sarcophagus. Mr. Crennan says I love almost all the Star Trek movies, but looking back now, I think Undiscovered Country is the best, most believable OG Star Trek movie. Loved Khan. Khan is spelt wrong. You spelled Khan wrong. It's in the name of it's in the fucking title of the movie. It's Khan. That's a huge pet peeve of mine. Loved Khan, but it's just not the great movie I once thought. Well, you're wrong, but that's all right. Everybody's allowed to be wrong at least a couple times a day. Mike Shiraz, because there's no force choking or shooting lightning at Anubis. Because Anubis would strike down any Sith Lord. General Grievous says, see, I agree with Fleetpaw. The Goa'uld are like dime store magicians who use tech to do cheap parlor tricks. The only exception being Anubis. Anubis. Yeah, he would be harder for the Sith to kill. As he's between realms, and so to speak, and not fully dead or alive. What about Star Wars versus Star Trek crossover? My money is on Starfleet. I don't want to crossover. I think that's the stupidest thing ever. Feed Me Seymour, or Phoebe Seymour says, The Mummy 4, Curse of the Pirates of the Caribbean, Return of Skeleton Jack Sparrow. Galaxy Quest, wow, I'm really just, my brain is just, Galaxy High School brings back memories from my childhood. Galaxy High was, or Sky High was a good movie. I don't know what Galaxy High is referring to, but Michael Richmond says, did you read the Star Trek X-Men crossover comic? No, I didn't. I saw part of it, though, with the Dr. McCoy thing. But no, I didn't read it. Wow, that's pretty shallow of him. Right? Wait, we agree, Grievous. That explains why I feel the earth tremoring under my feet. There has been a disturbance in the force. Hey, Donnie. I think it would be interesting to have Stargate return with Dr. Fraser not actually being dead, but unknowingly being a Goa'uld system lord. That would be a twist. Andy Clinton says, saw Godzilla versus Megalon in the theater when open all of my Trek toys. What? Oh, saw Godzilla versus Megalon in the theater when I was a kid. Ticket was 75 cents. My God, man. Fleet Paw says, my TOS Romulan Bird of Prey. I used to open all of my toys. I was dumb. No, that's what they're fucking made for. You open your toys and you play with them. If you want to keep one in a box, get two. Don't ever say you were dumb for opening a toy. That's what they're for, especially as a kid. Feed Me Seymour says Enterprise GHI before we get to J. So if that J is canon, I'm curious to see how the Enterprise gets to that. Vader would never stand a chance against Anubis, but there would be other system lord Vader who would win. 12 colonies and a large number of subclasses. Captain, do you think the old BSG Viper could take on a TIE fighter? Absolutely, yes. When Picard eventually dies, his space coffin should read USS Earl Grey. Never saw a gold Enterprise. Never saw First Contact. Picard breaks 5 little golden ships. Terrence Childs, hey Captain, which sci-fi franchise would you like to serve in? Star Trek, Star Wars, or Stargate? Keep in mind that Star Trek, they will sacrifice you for their principles. Probably still Star Trek, then probably Stargate. In Star Trek Picard, First Contact, the Picard's ready room on the Enterprise E had gold models of previous Enterprises. Don't be talking to the junk man. He knows that. He's just trolling. Hello, Captain. I'm out traveling late, so I got a chance to watch Mandalorian when it comes out in a few hours. Hoping it's a good one. Leaving a like, says Sean. Thank you. Speaking of likes, we're at 59. How can we get to 80? Probably not. Okay. What's up, Captain Foley? Not too much, Daniel. I might be skipping some comments now because I kind of want to get caught up in the chat here. Captain Foley was a typo, not a spelling error. This is the chat, not a publication, though I'm sure it must get annoying. It doesn't matter. It's the fucking English language. You're trying to convey your emotions or your thoughts. You need to spell them correctly and use punctuation. I don't care if it's a publication or not. I don't care if it's even verbally. Don't come at me and say, I want to ask you a question. Oh, you want to ask me a question, do you? Why don't I hatchet you an answer? It's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. You're going to ask me a question. So yeah, punctuation and spelling is super important, especially for a civilized society. To just throw it out the window because you don't feel like it or your fucking autocorrect decides to go off on you, fix it. It's I don't care if it's a chat, if it's a fucking memo, if it's, unless you're a stenographer in a fucking courtroom doing shorthand, don't. Just don't fuck up the spelling of anything on purpose or even by accident. I realize autocorrect does fix things like con. I get it. It does get fucking annoying though when you see it constantly. So yeah, sorry. I go a little off on that. Anyway. Tomorrow I am 36. Shatner is 92. May Captain Kirk be with us for many years to come. Happy birthday, Daniel. Andy Clinton, interested in the original Battlestar Galactica series, there were 12 battle stars, same number as Constitution-class ships at TOS. Maybe an homage to Star Trek. The Power Rangers 30th anniversary trailer on Netflix has been released. Don't care. An homage to Star Trek with the 12 Galacticas. No, the 12 Galacticas represent the 12 tribes of man. It goes back to the biblical reference to that. So that's what that's about. Basically, it was the rights issue between Naylor and Grant over the show. Naylor made the more recent series, but the lawsuit occurred with Grant now, for the rights are split. Naylor for TV and Grant making. Man, smoking weed and watching Star Trek TNG is great. Mr. Crennan says, we saw Captain Fraser on, well, it's not Captain Fraser, it's Captain Bateson on Lower Decks working for Starfleet Black Ops. We did indeed, yes, the first episode of season 3 of Lower Decks, yes. That Junkman, a guy in a mask on YouTube told me that Picard season 3 isn't good. I don't want to believe, but he had a mask on. Well, he is Panic Pecker, Doom Dick, whatever you want to call him. Maybe you should listen to him. He probably knows what's best, you know, having that helmet on and all that. Other media like audiobooks and novels, so more research coming soon, okay? If you enjoyed the toys as a kid, it served its purpose. Toys are meant to be unboxed. Don't feel bad. Exactly. Good night, Trekyardians and neighbor, Captain Foley. Good night, Bright Star Line. New Yorker in Vegas. Hi, Captain. I'm excited for midnight tomorrow for episode 6. I know. Me too. Mike says, I would love to be a member of the Atlantis expedition for Stargate Atlantis. Feed me, Seymour. So, Mando has a bath now. He's a Mando again and never takes off the helmet. See what you mean is stunt guy plays the role of Pedro, just does the voice. Well, he does not in the costume. He's not in the outfit most of the time. That is true. But anyway, General Grievous, there's no way they can do a Stargate Atlantis reunion now. Jason Momoa is too expensive. Well, as an actor, I don't care what my rate was. If I was in something like Star Trek or Stargate or something with like gestalt behind it in a fandom, I would go back and do it for less. But that's just me. Female Seymour says, I'm dyslexic, so spelling is sometimes tricky for me. I'm dyslexic too. And when I'm tired and people I try to read it exactly like it is, because if I just assume something, I usually get it wrong. So it's very important that punctuation and spelling be proper, yes. C3PO. Yeah, it's C3PO, my friend. I know you're doing that just to bug me. Michael Richmond, do you think a murder mystery set on Vulcan could work? Sure. Treybone, like people spelling realize or civilize like the realize or civilize. I'm dyslexic as well. We just have to work harder to make sure we get it right. Captain Foley is correct in his opinion of proper English. Thank you, Chase. And yes, I am also dyslexic. And sometimes it's worse, like when I'm tired or whatever. And reading the chat, sometimes I get very confused. So, smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast. Yes. Chase says, I bet that man got an A+ in high school English. I didn't. I was very bad with spelling. I didn't know the difference between there, and there, or your, and your, till probably grade 11. I was really bad at English. I was really bad at English and math because of my dyslexia. And then my brother, taught me the difference between there, and there, all the theirs and yours. And it just fucking clicked. And ever since then, I've been much better at punctuation. I've been much better at spelling, and I've been much better at just writing in general. And I really appreciated him correcting me, because I was corrected my whole life, and it always irritated me. But the one day he did it, everything like clicked into place and made sense. And since then, I've been much, much better at it. So now I'm kind of picky, and I want to help other people have that quick realization moment with their own when I try to help them. So that's why that is a big thing for me, and it is what it is. So if you don't like it, I really don't give a fuck. It's how I am. So live with it. But I did not get an A. No, I got an A plus in one project in grade 11. But that was on something I really cared about. It was about Sherlock Holmes, and actually, well, Conan Doyle, the author of Sherlock Holmes. I did a essay on him and got an A plus, which I had never really got an A plus in English ever before that. So, Captain Bateson was on lower decks. Was it Kelsey Grammer? Oh, there's no voice. It was just you could tell it was him by the character animation, but no, it was not his voice. Samantha Carter is more badass than any woman in Star Trek, and we all know it. Sure. 007 is James Kirk. If it was Star Trek, Kirk. James Kirk. Yeah, gotcha. Chase Williams. From what I hear, Doomcock really is panic prick. His old lady says the blue pill doesn't seem to work. General Grievous, 12 battle stars was for the 12 tribes of Israel. The creator of Battlestar Galactica was a member of the Latter-day Saints of the Mormons. A lot of the mythology is based on like Earth being a lost tribe. Yes. Just built the Star Trek hotel and employ me already. Just build the Star Trek hotel and employ me already. Yes. Stargate is whack in my opinion. After 500 milligrams of edibles, it melts my brain. Mike says, I think Ronan Dex is fucking badass, just like Teal'c. Q to Picard, Bond Trek crossover. Now bring back the stuff you gave you. No crashing ships, and etc. Ray Rivera. Oh my God, there, and there. It drives me off the wall when people don't use those properly. And it's very simple to figure out which is which. Once you know, and it's like, oh, that's fucking brilliant. It's a simple thing that you can do to. Anyway, for me to explain it it's not even bothering right now because whatever. Anyway, yes. Who did you think would have won the sparring match between Teal'c and Ronan if Sam didn't break it up? I don't want to say. Maybe Teal'c. Ronan's great too, though, but I would say probably Teal'c. There we go. Just had this image of Star Trek Hotel and Rosetta, the cleaner from Family Guy, knocking on the cabin door, saying, I clean now? What's happening to my mind? No, senor, but no lemon pledge. I don't think Trek would ever cross over with other franchises outside of comics. Renee, hey Stuart, we got to play some games again sometime. Yes, we do. I was going to play, I threw on Squadrons last night waiting for Will and you, and I did it on the PS5, but because it doesn't have a PS5 VR update, I couldn't play VR on PS5, so I'd have to go back to the PS4 to play that, which is fine, because I want to play it in VR. So, but yes, we absolutely do. That junk man says I have dyslexgraphia, so I don't even see words. I do wrong even I read it. My mind fixes it with there and there. I know what to use, but my mind writes the wrong one, and I see it wrong. Yes, that's dyslexia, my friend. Severe dyslexia by the sounds of it. I don't have severe dyslexia. I have mild dyslexia, and it gets worse, like I said, when I'm tired or when I'm fatigued or stressed. When I'm on top of my game, it doesn't really affect me. So, Paul Hitchcock, my current grammatical pet peeve is people using would've instead of should've, instead of would've, should've. Saw it in an actual news article recently. Okay. General Grievous, I think Teal'c would have won if it was it was a setup when his staff broke in half, just like Worf versus Gowron on DS9, when Worf thrust the broken half into Gowron. Mike says, I suck at spelling. I fuck up everything I type. Then autocorrect is your friend, because more than half the time it'll correct those things. Chase Williams puts in $2. Love your lives. Thank you, Chase. Jamesy, Ro Laren should have been the commander on Star Trek V, not DS9. Okay. Feed Me Seymour. If South Park creators made a theater show of a comedy Star Trek, it would be the Book of Bajorans. Hello, you will be assimilated, and if you join us in the collective, that's fucking hilarious. I would like to see somebody do that, actually. Daniel's Hot Topics. I hear the episode 6 of Picard is the shortest of the series. Well, that's fucking depressing. Thanks, Daniel. Anyway, Fleet Paw. I wanted to teach English spelling, punctuation, and grammar mistakes. Grammar mistakes irk me. That said, I know dyslexia is a thing, so I would work with my students. Hezra says, are we still doing shots? Super chat. Yes, for a $20 super chat, I will do a shot. I've got my Kraken black spiced rum right here. Chase Williams, $2. Okay, crew, we have to share and hit that like button. Thank you, Chase. Much appreciated. Says, worst part, speaking more than one language is when you're talking to a friend and suddenly you speak the wrong language and they look at you like, what did you say? Yeah, but I give you fucking props for knowing more than one language. Most people can't speak their own fucking language. So anybody that can speak more than one, props to them. Sylvia's mom can speak 5 languages: English, French, Croatian, German, and there's one more. And she can speak them all fluently because her mother is German. She grew up in Montreal, so that's the French. And her husband is Croatian. So when she met her husband, she learned Croatian. This is a lady that can just learn a fucking language just because. So much props to those people, because I have trouble with one language, for Christ's sake. So $20 super chat will get you a shot. Yes. That junk man. No, I got dysgraphia and dyslexia. It's a pain, but that's no excuse for C3PO. Yeah. C3PO. C3PO. It's C3PO. C-3PO. They're separate. C3PO. C3PO. Not C3PO. C3PO. They don't say that in the show or the movie. It's C3PO or 3PO. If it was just C3PO, they'd call him PO. Hey, PO. Instead of 3PO. So yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine as well, that you say that. Mike sure asked, you would be surprised on how often autocorrect gets it wrong. Yes, I would. I mean, I know I wouldn't, because I've seen autocorrect get it wrong. But some people turn off their autocorrect and it's even worse. So it's like, that's a fine line there. I suffer from dyslexia as well. I made up for it by learning how to speak so properly by watching G.I. Joe. Junkman says, boo, gotta go to bed. I suck. Good night. Good night. Thomas Bertoli, I just want to see Forge's Hot Daughters. Fleetpaw says, autocorrect is a good thing when it works properly. Yes. And when you are writing in English. If you're writing in Klingon, autocorrect is a bitch. Thomas says, I look forward to episode 6, as do I. As do I. Hezraz, got to wait until my paycheck. LOL. Just trying to encourage. Thank you, Hezraz. Much appreciated for trying to encourage people to super chat. I appreciate that. Feed Me Seymour says, Kraken rum must be drank during a Pirates of the Caribbean marathon and must speak like Jack Sparrow. Mike sure asked, how badass do you think a Borg Gaul would be? Pretty badass, actually. I wonder how you write in Tribble. Das Benedictus Dus Foley Trekyards. I fucked that up 100%. Mike Shrest, I'm the same way. I could learn multiple languages if I wanted. That is amazing. I wish I had that ability. Phoebe Seymour, French, German, Croatian. She didn't learn them. Clearly got a universal translator from an enterprise. Nice. And she's holding out on the technology. Probably. If she had it implanted. I got you. Ezraz, I want to one day go to Seattle's Kraken's hockey game. They drink Kraken spice rum and yell, "Release the Kraken." Oh, nice. Mike says, and I kind of want to learn German and French. Thomas says he's been rewatching Fringe. Terrence says, remember what happened to you the last time you started drinking? You got a striptease on camera. That's not at all true, but okay. James, he says, I meant Voyager, my bad. The actress was off for DS9, but I thought she would have been much better on Voyager instead of Chakotay. Oh, okay. Feed me Seymour. I met a guy from Slovakia. He spoke 8 languages. I asked him why so many. He said, was their culture. I said, which was hardest? He said English. English is awful because there's a lot of rules and stuff that don't make sense, but that's because English incorporates a lot of other languages into it. English is the United Federation of Languages. English makes no fucking sense because it incorporates French, German, everything into it. With our spelling, with our punctuation, it's an amalgamation of different languages all in one. It is the United Federation of Languages. That's what English is. That's why it's so hard to learn, and that's why a lot of the rules don't make any fucking sense. But that being said, it's still the best language, I think, because I speak it. I don't know. That's an awful thing to say, I guess. Is that McLeod's katana behind you? Ooh, New Yorker in Vegas. Yes, it is. And you should probably watch my Captain Foley personal channel next Wednesday. I filmed a video today about this very, very particular thing. So yes. I know some people in Switzerland that are always surprised that they can still speak and write the language. It gets old at times. What if the bluegill's parasite were a biological weapon of the Iconians? Cool. Fleetbot says, my godmother speaks 5 or 6 languages. She speaks English, Italian, German, Russian, Ukrainian, French, and I want to say she speaks Dutch as well. She teaches German kids English in Germany. Well, the thing is, once you know like certain languages like Ukrainian, you can also speak Russian pretty easily because they're the same. Same with Croatian. All those Baltic states are the same kind of language, same root language. So it's pretty easy to once you know one, you can figure out the others. Do different dialects in German count 2 as more than one language? Some wordings are different. Anyway, if you ever like to learn German, just let me know. Well, I'm half German. And it's like I said, a lot of people around me know German. Yeah. Khan is in English. Foley, it's Turkish. I'm well aware of that. Thank you so much. I tried being understanding about how annoying it must be, but you're a dick, and your accusations were unwarranted. Thank you very much for your time. And Khan is spelt right in the fucking title of the movie as Khan. So I don't know why people misspell it. Autocorrect does fix it, though, to the Kahn, which is wrong. So anyway. General Grievous, fun fact, Pedro Pascal said when Star Wars was originally dubbed in Spanish, R2 was called, Artuito, Little Arthur, by mistake. And as such, so his generation grew up with Little Arthur. That's hilarious. Let's see. Oh, nice, will do. Okay. It confused him, and he heard R2-D2 the whole time, yes. Did you say English uses French? It does indeed, my friend. Let's think of some example, like foyer. There's so many. Oh my God. There's a lot of common French words that are associated into English. Yes. Baguette is baguette in English and French. Yes. Sometimes I just type in Klingon. Thomas Bertoli, I can speak Italian somewhat, but understand it better if I grew up listening to everyone speak it. The Black Fleet. Garage is French, yes. Watch the YouTube video, The History of English, pretty cool, from Open Learn. Okay, I will check that out. All words of law, court, and nobility come from French due to the Plangent rule. Well, there you go. Says, isn't in the German version, Star Trek is called Raumschiff Enterprise, Spaceship Enterprise. Dr. McCoy is called Pill instead of Bones. Huh. Hey, Cap, will we see the complete LaForge family in episode 6 of Picard? You'll see his 2 daughters. I don't think you'll see his son or his wife. Hezraz, the Norman Vikings once ruled Britain and they spoke French. Fleet Paw says, rendezvous is one that I can think of. Camouflage, reconnaissance, reconnoiter, lots of French and English, yes. Yeah, there's so many, and it crops up all the time. Attention is basically warning or whatever. There's a lot of them that have become English words that mean other things, but sort of the same thing. So yes. Feed me Seymour. I before E except after C. What about 8? Height? Ceiling weight. This is a lesson one of the English. We make up silly rules. We do. The I before E except after C never made any sense because like neighbor, there's a whole bunch of words that go against it. Yeah. Since Geordi isn't wearing a wedding ring, I think Leia or whoever left him. Who says that people have to wear a fucking wedding ring in the future? No, I somewhat doubt that he would have been wearing a wedding ring. Had she left him? I mean, possibly. That's possibly a storyline they could go with, for sure, and I'd be fine with that. But just because he's not wearing a wedding ring is not evidence of anything in the future, in my opinion. Hezraz, at one time, the British aristocracy spoke French, and the common folk spoke English. French had a vowel shift that made it sound different from Dutch. Amish don't wear wedding rings either. Yeah, a lot of people don't. It's a good day to spell, was the phrase. Feed me Seymour, because the writers of Star Trek doesn't like happy marriages, Riker. Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm sorry that Mr. Crennan is offended, but that's the way it is, and the way I get about punctuation sometimes on my channel. If you don't like it, I don't care. Get the fuck out of here then. But if you can deal with it and listen to a rant every once in a while, because they're not all the time, then stick around. You've commented quite a bit in the past, and I have no issues with you. But seeing con misspelled constantly, pardon the pun, constantly, gets a little irritating. So, yeah, if you don't like it, that's cool. Yeah, so I apologize for saying what I want to say on my own fucking stream. But if you don't like it, then just let me know, and by all means, we can airlock you. It's up to you. I don't even know why you're still here and watching if you're that offended. But anyway. Let's see. Nice. I need to see the trailer. I do too. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I don't think I will at this point. Chase Williams. Oh, people need to grow up. Sticks and stones can break their bones, but words cannot hurt anyone. Exactly. Bob Gunn. Hezraz. Don't blame me. I like linguistics and history. LOL. I'm done at Trekyards. Feed me Seymour. Felix loves Kess. I think you mean Neelix loves Kess. Kess leaves Worf, marries Dax. She dies. Riker and Troy on rough patch. Picard, father to child with an awkward relationship. Despite multiple love interests, he's still single. I mean, all these things are true. So, yeah, you're right. They don't like happy relationships, I guess. Fleet Paw, I know the first one. LOL. Today is a good day to die. That's the first one. Thomas Bertoli, I'm just enjoying Fringe and waiting to watch Mando. Yes, Mando. Hopefully it's a great one today. Use the Packlid soiled airlock. More excited for Trek, however. Well, I'm excited for both. I don't know why Mando is getting such a bad rap this season. I think it's moving at a good pace, but well, whatever. English has so many words that have multiple meanings, including slang. Yes. Slang. Slang gets into other territory as well. Hezraz, the Cap does what he does. A good heart. It is his channel. I don't always agree with him, but he has the boss of free speech. A good guy. We all have fun. Thank you, Hezraz. And yeah, I don't agree with everybody all the time either, but this is my forum, my soapbox, if you will. So I apologize if I offend anybody, but sometimes it's just the way it is. Sometimes I'm having a bad day. Other times I'm not. And I'll let things like that slide. But it is what it is. And, it's fine. Neelix was better the second they took away Kess. I always liked Neelix. I thought it was fine. But yes, he was better after they took away Kess. You're absolutely right. Chase Williams says, I mean, what the hell happened? When did we become such a weak society that words and ideas make one cry? Shake my damn head. Kirk fathered so many kids he never knew he had. Wow. Well, Tom and Taurus were happy in Voyager. I mean, yes. Mr. Crennan says, you mean accusing me of laziness or of spelling poorly on purpose, rather than believing what I told you that it was a typo and is an accident? You didn't say it was a typo until after the fact, so don't even start that shit. I guess saying that is understandable wasn't enough to get understanding from you. I did unsubscribe. Oh my God. That'll affect our margins. Oh my God. I appreciate your half-hearted, backhanded apology. Wow, that sounds like an airlock request, so that's fine. No, wait, Spock's mom and dad are still alive, but she dies in the Kelvin universe. Yes. Yes, that is correct. There was a species 8472 that got blown out of an airlock, and as well as a Packlid that violated the airlock with unspeakable actions equivalent to war crimes. In reality, Miles and Keiko was a happy marriage. Despite all the memes, they were supportive and loving family. Yes, this is true. Maybe they find lore in Daystream Station. Daystream. In Daystream Station. That's an autocorrect right there. And they go to find out the other experimental weapons were also stolen. I mean also stolen, not awesome stolen. Paul Hitchcock, does anyone know if Geordi wore a wedding ring in All Good Things? I think he did. I'm willing to bet that he did. Ray Rivera, I'm bilingual, English and Spanish, both fluently. Their English language has many orthographical and grammatical rules, but Spanish has 10 times as many. Well, there you go. Mike Shiraz says, I made a grown-ass man cry calling him out on a lie. Okay. Bob, his mom was dead by TNG. Perrin was his stepmom. Chase Williams, well, hell, I am subscribing at the end of the month to make up for the Romulan throwing a fit. Rock on, Captain. Thank you, Chase. You're subscribing. You mean you're joining the channel at the end of the month? Is that what you mean, like the membership option? Because I think you're probably already subscribed. You're here all the time, so. Colin Barrett, have waste extraction beam any residual waste to airlock 3. There may be an ejection soon. General Grievous, Jedi Knight all the time. The only way is maybe if the Jedi are stoned or drunk Klingons. Fleet Paw said, if you think Spanish is bad with rules, try Klingon. Lots of rules. They're hard to remember. Yes, Klingon is bad, but it's... I'm not going to say anything, Fleet Paw. Bob, yeah, episode 5 of Picard season 3 made me cry. Rest in peace, Commander. Hezra says, this channel is welcoming of neurodivergent people. We make mistakes, say things wrong, but I appreciate that this channel is accepting of neurodiversity and that we all sort out misunderstandings. Yes, I mean, I think Mr. Crennan was lucky that I even suggested or felt like giving a apology on a day like today, but you know, it was a half-handed or half-hearted backhanded one, so he was continued to be a dick, and that's fine. See if he has anything else to say. If not, then we'll take care of it by the end of the stream. It's fine. I mean, he's already unsubscribed, so I guess that's kind of... He's already kind of made his choice, I guess. We'll see. It's fine. It's fine. Have Commander Clumsy take over the airlock control panel. Urs said, would be cool if there was a Trek episode with the plot twists when the Romulan artifact is found in Rome, Italy. We're all a happy bunch of buttholes at times, but we love each other. Yes, and there are a lot of arguments and misunderstandings and things that happen here, but at the end of the day, we're all a family, so... Audio cut out there for a while. That's because I had an incoming call. Yeah, I'm not going to give him the opportunity to come back. So, welcome. Anyway, on that note, thanks, Mike. You would never unsubscribe. As I said, I love this community. I am done my rant. LOL. True Trekyards. Def cap. But back to the topic at hand. We are the happiest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house. And don't y'all forget it. Yes. Fleet Paw, you're the man. All right. I think we're going to call it there for the night, though. My daughter's calling again from New York, trying to FaceTime me. That's why the audio cut out. So I apologize. I'm going to give her a call back and see what's going on with her. Hope she's okay. She's probably in Times Square right now and wants to show me the sights and scenery. So anyway, so I'll take care of that. And yeah, hope everybody had a good night and a good live. And I will see you guys probably tomorrow night. I hope to be at the same time of 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe 10:30, depending on when we get back from our evening outs. I'll have to see. But stay tuned. If it's not tomorrow night, I'll try to make it for Friday night or possibly on the weekend for the Mando first reaction. It's just the way it's going to have to be if I can, or maybe next week, early next week. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Just stay tuned. And yeah. Anyway, have yourselves a great night, and I will chat with y'all later. See you next time, everybody. Bye.